kick stays about obi level.
Dr. Rod Sakarnosky is the founder of a martial art style known as Jukokai, a unique form that embodies components of ancient traditions from Okinawa, Japan, and China.
I am recognized in Okinawa and Japan as a soke. A soke is a head founder. So I am an accredited head founder of my own system at the rank of 10th degree black belt.
When Sakarnosky was a young Marine stationed in Okinawa, he found not one, but several masters specializing in different Japanese art forms. Once he earned their respect, they taught him about a remarkable internal power.
It's something that you can't see. It reminds me of electricity. You can't see electricity in a wall socket, but you go put your finger in there and you'll know it's there, and it's very real. It's the same thing with ki.
When he's ready, he's going to drop his hands and start keying up.
It's the idea of training the mind and the body and the breath to such a point as to where you not only learn to overcome fear, but you have total control of your body, which enables you to take a blow that would literally kill the average person.
The ability to be immune to the impact of a blow is the cornerstone of Sakarnosky's new technique. But learning how to absorb these potentially crippling blows is more than simply mind over matter.
Always focus out. Now you notice I didn't tense it. The focus comes from the breathing itself.
Twice a year, Sakarnosky's black belts from around the country make a pilgrimage to train with him in Point Sebago, Maine. Throughout 2 days of non-stop training, they'll sharpen their old skills and learn new ones. Breathing exercises have slowed this student's heart rate and relaxed his mind. Now he is ready to take a hit.
This is not magic. It's something that you can develop in yourself with good instruction, and it works. All I can say is it works.
Sherry McGregor, one of only 2 female black belts in combat ki, prepares to take a kick.
When you kick, don't hold back, because if you hold back, then what you're doing is you're not teaching her to do her combat ki proper. Fair enough? Okay. Drill him as hard as you can drill him in the chest. So now we're going to have heart, Adam's apple, and testicles, rapid duty, like you have 3 opponents coming on you. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Blows like these could easily damage internal organs, cause paralysis, or even death. But with the knowledge of combat ki, these students are safe.
We've never had an injury in 40 years. And that's taking the world's strongest wrestlers, boxers, karate men, it doesn't matter who they are.
Absorbing 4 punches at once is a risky demonstration, even for Steve Tilson, an 8-year veteran of combat ki.
Yeah! 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 Thank you, guys.
Light years above what you learn in any other martial art. Just think if you could walk through anybody's punch and kick without getting injured and put that person down and finish your techniques in a matter of a second or 2. Gives you a big advantage over normal martial artists.
For developing the power to absorb punishing blows, Jukokai hits our list at number 5. Next on our countdown, the Japanese art of the surprise attack.
Flashy stuff isn't the stuff that works. It's the stuff you can't see.
Throughout history, ninjas, a once secret society of Japanese warriors, have been both feared and revered for their legendary abilities. In a dojo outside of Tokyo, Mark Lithgow has studied for 12 years under the tutelage of Dr. Masaki Hatsumi, a 34th generation ninja.
So what's important here is that you're using the bow, but you're not using the bow. So if you have the bow, if you don't have the bow, it's all the same.
After being here for 2 years, I just realized there was so much depth to the art that I just looked on the calendar one day and realized I haven't learned anything. I better stay a little longer. And I just never even thought about going home.
It's similar to religion. As a person, you have to protect certain things, and that's the fundamental premise of ninjutsu. Skill, law, and heart, these are the things to protect.
While it's not technically a religion, ninjutsu is similar to many Eastern faiths which emphasize the loss of self or ego.
What we're taught is to try to become zero. Don't be strong, don't be weak. And you should not even be yourself in a fight. You are responding to what the opponent does.
1,000 years ago, hundreds of ninja clans lived in the mountains of Japan. Outcasts of society, they developed into a warrior sect of their own. They practiced guerrilla warfare, and legend has attributed superhuman powers to the elusive ninja.
Imagine this warlord holed up in his castle, but then he hears that the enemy can turn into animals, or they can fly, or they can just appear in a puff of smoke. He's going to be scared.
As one of the last true masters of the art, Dr. Hatsumi has dedicated himself to keeping ninjutsu alive. And the essence of it, adaptive weapons use, still plays an important part.
We're trying to build this feeling in our bodies that anything can be used as a weapon. We might have our street weapons, our long and short sword maybe, and maybe a knife. But then for certain battlefield situations, you might want a smashing weapon rather than a cutting weapon.
And once practitioners achieve a high level of balance between the physical and spiritual realms, they develop the ability to sense an attack before it happens. The masters call it a sixth sense. This is the culmination of 10 years of training. What was once the path to the battlefield is now a road to enlightenment, as the next generation of ninjas is forged. For bringing the remarkable techniques of the Shadow Warrior into the light, ninjutsu finds the way into number 4 on our countdown.
Body. These strikes are devastating. It's bone on bone.
As the challenger, Ludwig fought with passion, but without a knockout, it will be up to the judges to decide the winner.
Winner by split decision, and still highest KA light middleweight champion of the world, Alex, F14 Gong!
Back at his school, called the Fairtex Camp in San Francisco, Alex Gong resumes his schedule of coaching and training. He knows it's only a matter of time before he must defend his title once again. For kickstarting an international fight circuit, Muay Thai kickboxing knocks out the number 3 spot on our list. Coming in at number 2, it may look like punishment, but this abuse could lead to an extended warranty on life.
I think it's very good for your health.
Part of a tropical chain of islands in the East China Sea, Okinawa is officially part of Japan. But Okinawans have developed a culture and martial art uniquely their own. This is the illustrious birthplace of karate.
Karate ni sente nashi. It's a Japanese very important proverb. What you mean? It's first time is defense, then offense is important.
Sensei Tetsuhiro Hokama is a 9th degree black belt in Okinawan Goju-ryu, one of 4 main styles of karate. It is based on the Chinese concept of yin and yang. One's body and mind must be trained in a spirit of humility. So that in critical times, one can be utterly devoted to the cause of justice. What Hokama puts his students through, he himself suffered at the hands of his teacher.
Grandfather, he taught me, but my mother, no. because every time is you know, and punch training, then is sometimes is cutting. Then in karate is very. I like it.
The foundation of Okinawan karate is the battle between the mind, body, and spirit. The ultimate goal is to find a balance between all three and obtain a powerful focus.
If only technique, one, speed, nothing, very bad. Three ways, same, one route is very important.
Karate literally translates into the way of the empty hand. Its short, quick strikes and precisely composed counterattacks were used by islanders to ward off attack by their neighbors from across the sea. Deprived of weapons by their attackers, everyday farm tools became deadly weapons. Today, while American kids are learning to swing a bat and catch a ball, their Okinawan counterparts are mastering an ancient system of kicks and punches to understand discipline. And it pays to start young. Okinawans have become world-renowned for their longevity.
Traditional karate was most important. So traditional is the culture. Culture is the area dagging, you know. Why? Now many computer they are make, but big.
For enlisting the past to prolong the future, karate ranks #2 on our list. Coming up, we'll
each other, and they've been living next door to each other for years, you know. I've gone, the only thing Vince McMahon has on Hogan is good childbearing hips. You know, if they're going to go at each other, I suggest this. Hey, WWE, you make me the referee, and I'll make them beat each other to death so we don't have to put up with them no more. Jeez, give it a break.
Reveal our final fighting style in the Ultimate 10 Countdown. It has been called the grandfather of all martial arts.
And Shaolin Temple martial arts is the traditional one, it's the original one.
For 1,500 years, Buddhist monks have been practicing Kung Fu at the Shaolin Temple in southern China. According to legend, Bodhidharma, a traveling Indian yogi, introduced the Shaolin monks to Buddhism. In order to sustain prolonged Buddhist meditation and to build their weak physical strength, the monks learned how to develop their internal energy, called qi. For hundreds of years, the monks survived a life of solitude in the mountains, while the temple served as a refuge for battle-weary warriors who protected the monks from marauding barbarians. Eventually, the monks combined their qi practices with the warriors' fighting techniques, and Shaolin Kung Fu was born.
Kung Fu connects your mental, your physical, your spiritual. Everything you do, it's Chan Buddhism.
Shi Yangming, a 34th generation monk, spent 17 years at the Shaolin Temple in China. He lived and trained as a warrior monk and learned life lessons that initiated him into an ancient brotherhood.
I want to bring the real tradition to America, to the world. I truly believe our Shaolin Temple martial arts can help a lot of people.
Now a Sifu, the Mandarin word for master, Shi Yangming traveled to New York to spread the combined teachings of Buddhism and Kung Fu and build the USA Shaolin Temple.
New York is the capital of the world. The people come from all over the world. I have more opportunity to express Shaolin Temple martial arts, to express Shaolin Temple Chan Buddhism.
For his students, it's a rare opportunity to train with a real Shaolin monk.
When I walked into the temple, Sifu had such a presence. It was incredible to believe that there was a Shaolin monk teaching here. Like Pavarotti is teaching opera, why would you go anywhere else? It doesn't make sense.
In their first 5 years of training, Xiang Ming's students will learn 5 animal forms, 30 stances, and more than 50 weapons, the fundamentals of Kung Fu.
If you understand what is Kung Fu, you're supposed to be soft as cotton, hard as steel.
Strengthening both the spirit and the body allows Shaolin masters to perform a unique Kung Fu discipline known as Iron Qi Gong.
It's to me very simple, because I have been practicing martial arts for 32 years. I have enough chi to do those kind of things. Easy. Just like, hi, hello. Nothing to me. Kung Fu is hard work. Kung Fu about confidence. Kung Fu all about be yourself. Understand you. Respect. Challenge yourself and help yourself. Help others.
For giving the gift of Chan Buddhism and inspiring the globe with their time-tested fighting style, Shaolin Kung Fu takes the #1 spot in the ultimate 10 martial arts.
阿弥陀佛。